Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing real-time wargame March of the Eagles. Started out as Napoleon's Campaigns 2, when French developer Ajad was part of Paradox, but since they have parted ways, so Paradox finished up development of the game using their engine that they use for Crusader Kings and Europa Universalis and Victoria and all those other games. Game centers around the years 1805 through 1820 in Europe, when Napoleon decided to get all up in everybody's business and try to take over the continent. It has both single player and multiplayer, so we'll do a single player match here. Basically, you choose to be one of the 8 major nations, although you can choose to play one of the minor nations, although you can't actually win the game. There are objectives in this, unlike most Paradox developed titles. So I'm going to choose the Ottoman Empire, who basically has to worry about Russia a little bit and Austria a little bit. And here we go. So first off, as I stated, there are actually objectives in this game. So if you go over to the dominance map mode, you'll see that there are colored provinces that are located outside of your borders. And the objective is to capture as many of these as possible. And what that'll do is it'll bring up your land dominance rating if you click on the victory conditions here. So you can see France right now has a land dominance of 114%, but they don't have any of their naval objectives taken. Every country has different objectives, which is really interesting. And they're pretty reasonable. As you can see here, I don't have to take over entire country of Austria. I just have to beat them enough to get most of their land that's bordering my country. Same thing with Russia. Same thing with Persia. And same thing with Egypt. So, starting out as the Ottoman Empire, my first objective is actually going to be to go after Egypt. That'll be the easiest. So I believe that Egypt isn't really aligned with anybody. Nope. So they should be pretty easy to dispatch first after I bring up my army a little bit. And then I'm going to worry about Austria and Russia. And we'll kind of survey the situation and then decide which one of those two I want to go after first. Assuming, of course, that they haven't gone after me to begin with. So that's your objective. You have a leader who gives bonuses, just like, you know, your king, whatever. Your budget is pretty trivial to manage. Most everybody just rakes in the money. The only thing you have to kind of keep an eye on is your military costs, although usually your manpower doesn't outpace what your budget can support. You can also research ideas every once in a while when you get idea points, which offer little bonuses like less interest rating or more artillery defense or a better attack for certain types of units. And then there's the usual diplomatic options. For example, here's Egypt. You can declare war. You can actually do coalitions, which are like temporary alliances, the usual military access and stuff like that. So, go over to my outliner here, and I don't think I have any units. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, I have. Oh, yeah, I do. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. I have lots of units. Usually when you start out in a new game, they're very poorly organized, so you kind of spend the first part of the game just kind of organizing them, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send all these guys into Belgrade. Those guys are alright. He's alright. I'm going to merge these two into my capital. Yeah, most of these guys are just kind of lying around in cities, which is actually okay. So the first thing I need to do is get Egypt, and I need more units. So what I'm going to do, one cool feature is, when you click on a province down here, you can actually enable it as a automatic rally point. So you click that. Then when you queue up your military units, I'm going to start out by doing some infantry. It has all these little filters here. You can sort it by the manpower and the cost. So obviously these are probably the best units because they cost the most amount of money. When you click on them, what it'll do is you can then sort them by construction time, and then it'll automatically send them to that location. So you can just click away and then build selected, and there they go. So as soon as they're built, they'll actually automatically move towards this province and then automatically join together into one unit, which then you can split up as needed. So that's pretty cool. You can also order up units by clicking on the individual province down here. which gives you a lot more information. I kind of wish this information was also listed on this screen right here. Although, you know, it is if you mouse over, but you can't really compare things other than through manpower and costs. So I wouldn't actually mind this being a little, or at least having the option of expanding this screen to make it more look like this screen here with all these different, you know, attack values. Now what you can do is sort these by attack and then basically memorize who the best units are. So I think I'm also going to do a couple light infantry brigades. I don't want to eat up all my manpower, although it's not really going to be much of an issue. I don't think my manpower is so high. Send some more. And then I'm basically going to wait. We'll do some cavalry. Sure. I don't want to do that. Must be an island. And you can see there's different times based on most likely different, you know, types of units. I always do horse units here. And we'll do some supply brigades here, a couple of them. Alright, so there's my military. And then basically I'm just going to accelerate time until they get built. And then once they're all in the city here, I'm going to get all up in Egypt's business. So there's a coalition, no surprise. Those countries don't like each other too much. Now, as you go into the units, what you can do is you can assign them a leader, which I'm not actually going to do because I'm going to save that for my new unit. But see, leaders have maneuver ratings, attack, defense. They also earn traits with combat experience, and then they have an overall rating, so it's easier to kind of pick them out. In addition to that, you see that each unit is actually consisting of a left flank, a center, a right flank, and reserves. And with a bigger army, this will be more interesting. So let me actually pick a big army here. There you go. Each of the flanks is actually made out of units, and you can actually move them around. Like you can see, transfer this to the left flank. And when you have leaders, you can actually use different tactics during battle. So you can see here there's certain conditions that you have to in order to enable those tactics, which I'll try to do you know, once I get my units built. You can see them ticking down right here. So let me go up to the fastest speed here and let these guys start marching over. Ooh, right. Well, Austria has jumped the gun a little bit. Can't say I did not, you know, didn't really caught me by surprise there. Let me assign some leaders up here. Alright, so now I'm going to use this as a rally point, and I'm going to start building some units. Holy crap, 43,000. Alright. Well, let me take these guys here. Let me just merge all you guys and send you over. I'm going to kind of get my butt kicked here for a little bit until I can counterpunch, because they got a whole bunch of units. Well, that kind of thwarts my little Egypt plan, although those units will still go down to Egypt, so I can probably do a two-front war. My manpower is decently high, although I just spent it on all these units. So let me try to beef up my my units here. So now we're looking for ones that are going to go to this province here. So let me get some more infantry brigades. And you can actually sort it by the rally point too, if so desired. There you go. So basically look for, you know, low build times, relatively speaking. So you always wonder how much is enough. Let's see, I want to go to Nice, right? My build times are really high. Alright, well, that'll give me some units. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. I'm going to get totally dominated here to begin with. In general, the game is much more approachable than the typical Paradox game by a large margin. Even when you're controlling a large nation, which is pretty much everybody. Let me turn this off of domination mode. It's still pretty easy to control everybody. I didn't feel overwhelmed even controlling something like Russia or France. Uh, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to get lost. You can see here, here's a new trait for one of my leaders. Even when they lose, they gain experience, which is pretty interesting. And then they use that during battle, so I'm just going to get dominated here. Unlike other games, the only real provinces you have to worry about are cities. Cities have forts, and you can see here you can take any other province automatically without having to assault it. So basically, you kind of just go for the cities. And honestly, I may just see what they want. Because I'm kind of in trouble a little bit. How big's my navy? Not very big. Let's see if we can blockade something. And it also gives you little battle summaries. Where are you going? You're going there. Well, I have all these units that are done. They just kind of have to move. Although most of them are heading down towards Egypt. I have 11 leaders. And put some people on the flanks there. Let's sort by defense. For my flanks. That guy. There you go. Alright. So I'm gonna reroute all you guys to Sophia. Let me cancel this, and I'm gonna make Sophia my rally point. Not that it's gonna make any difference, because I think everybody's gonna kind of go to their predisposed. Oh no, it does actually switch it. Well, that's good. Maybe it did. He's going that way. Actually, I think I might have halted some of them. Never actually done that before. It changed to rally point in the middle. Yeah, you guys are... These are all people that are going to that side. Actually, most of the brigades that I did are probably not even constructed yet. I'm going to kind of take my lumps here for a bit. Alright, let's see what this says. You do get events, although not really as many. More revolt risk. I don't even care. They're a satellite of me anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Alright. 44,000. I can start kicking butt now. Yeah, you guys are screwed. I can at least, if I can try to piecemeal these guys apart, I think I'll be alright. Yeah. There's a big problem with ping-ponging units in here, especially because most of the units just don't get defeated. Alright, let's talk about this a little bit. Most units don't get defeated outright when they lose in battle, so you have a problem with like really pushing units out of the way. Alright, so here's the battle. It's actually pretty detailed. You know, you can see the fronts going against each other. They're pursuing, they're combating. It has different tactics that they're using, like this guy is holding, this guy is counter-punching, stuff like that. So the units will actually do it automatically, which is pretty interesting. So we'll slow it down a little bit. And you get little dice roll bonuses for bonuses to attack. So it looks like I'm going to kick this guy's butt. There's my reserve. At least I was initially. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh, it's going to be close. I got him. Haha. And I gained a couple new traits. So I pushed them out. My little satellites aren't doing so hot, though. Just need more units. Yeah, they automatically got rerouted to Sophia, so that's cool. Although I don't really have that many units down there anyway. Right, how are we doing down here? Alright. I'm going to confuse myself and declare war on Egypt. So let's go straight for Cairo. All I basically need to do is capture their 3 cities, and then that'll be it. And then I can take what I want. Probably annex them if they're not too big. Alright, so we'll kind of do that while we're doing this. Oh, Army of Egypt, yeah. Let's Leader it up, baby. There we go. Enjoy. Also in the outliner, if you're in enemy territory, which I probably won't be for at least a little bit, it'll show it in red. Oh, there we go. There's your army in Egypt. They're getting attrition. So you can basically see the, the supply limit there. Alright, now I'm getting... Yeah. They got a lot of troops. I'm basically going to be in trouble. I can't compete with that. Not surprisingly. But I should be able to get Egypt. Yeah, I should be able to get Egypt. There you go. So, we'll just pay attention to this part of the map for now, because it'll make me feel better. Units, you saw that recruitment thing earlier. Units are only recruited in core provinces, which I'm sure there's a map mode that shows that. Yeah, here you go. Which for Ottoman is basically everything, except for up here. And over in this area, which is why this city didn't have very many troops. Alright, get out of my town, sucker. Okay, Cairo. Alright. Oh. Well, he's trying to escape, isn't he? Well, not for long. Victory. Obviously, this is very military focused. It's basically war all the time. I mean, you kind of have to move because, the game only lasts 15 years, which can fly by if you're not, especially if you're playing at an accelerated time level. Yeah, Belgrade. Darn it. Oh, yeah, they brought over, like, tons of troops. Yeah, I'm going to be totally screwed here. Down here, I'm alright, though. Alright. See, and these guys are just going to ping-pong back and forth until I can get them down to a level where they can't successfully siege my cities. So. Alright, it should be alright with Egypt. This is not going to go well. I can already tell. You guys have a leader? No, you don't. Now you do. Alright, no surprise there. Alright, so, yeah, keep on going. Get into Cairo, and then I'll split you up. There we go. Alright, so supply limit's 13,000, so what I'm going to do is create a new unit. And kind of like that, and then I will leave them behind and then march on up to the next town. Where you guys can start sieging that city. Got a good... so yeah, I'm totally screwed. I know. What do you want, anyway? I'm sure they're not going to accept anything. Yeah, I know. I'm basically going to have to wait for them to say... say what I'm going to get here. Oh, I can acquire an idea. Let's see what I want to do. No. No. Sure. There we go. Alright, so my army of Egypt is now sieging that city, and the supply limit is again 13,000. So, actually, kind of don't want to bring it down that much. I want to take that unit out. I don't even think it matters to finish this, war quickly, because I'm going to kind of die anyway. Units out of supply. You see there's little supply stations like this one in Cairo. There's a supply map too. There we go. So, got some units. There's a supply there and supply over there. I should be alright in Egypt though, as soon as I cap those cities, and that's pretty much over. Which was my initial objective anyway. So, you don't need Casus Belli to declare war like in the other games, so it's basically just a free-for-all where everybody just invades everybody else. As you can tell, with Austria kind of starting to take all my land. The AI is pretty good, although there's no real reason to send them diplomatic stuff until... I wonder if I could take them. I'm going to try to pick and choose my battles here. You can do some stuff here. There's some little options, you know, loading onto ships and like trying to avoid battles. I'm going to try to pick on units that are smaller than me and try to break them down a little bit here. Like that, basically. Which will, basically the AI is smart enough to see them coming and then they'll try to retreat. But sometimes they're not fast enough. Defeat? Not victory there. What are you talking about? Yeah, I know. Oh, how'd they get so many units? Oh, I just took out. Alright, well. Let's go. It's like, where'd they get those units from? Yeah, no. I found that speed setting 4 is pretty comfortable. Okay, there. Except I lost there, but I won there. Alright, so... Shoot. It's kind of all my whole military that I have down here. Alright, let me just move these guys into Gaza. Come on down! Alright, so... I'm gonna pick on you guys. And you see the little hostile sieges coming good. Keep an eye on that. Victory, good. Kind of cut these guys off from supply here a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna win that. Okay. Question is, can I get Alexandria before I lose all these battles? That's really all I need. Left, that's the last city that they have. Yeah, I know. You guys just go there. I'm sure they're gonna come back. Oh no, they're going after me. Can you guys enter the fort? Yeah, let's do that. Oop. Yeah. Oh, good. I got my city back. Oh yeah, by the way, Austria isn't fighting you. Alright, well, what do I need? I think I need all 3 of them. Yep, I sure do. What do you offer? No. Not enough. I need all 3. Sorry. I'm feeling this siege is going to take too long for me. Oh, you guys don't have any leaders. I don't have any more leaders anyway. Alright. Let's try to get these guys back out of my country. Oh, good. Alright. You guys go back in the fort. Hopefully... How's my... Oh, good. Alexandria is breached. Perfect. Assault. Go. Go. Victory. Done. Peace. That stinks. Well, maybe I should be able to get everything except their capital. Or, haha, if they become a satellite, that actually counts. That counts as you owning those objectives. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'll get some cash out of it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's basically how you get around not, you know, not being able to annex everything. Fine. So, you can see my victory conditions are now up because now I have those land dominance objectives. So that's cool. Cool. Persia is a juicy target also. I think that's who I'm going to go after next. Alright. While I'm losing. Alright. You guys just kind of move on over. Try to grab this province from Persia. That's all I need from them. I only have a couple cities anyway. Move some more of my units. Both you guys can come over here. Alright. Now I can keep an eye on what's happening against Austria. Yeah, they're actually not doing very well, to be honest, and I don't know why. My war score is only -1. I'm sure they won't accept white peace, though. Yeah, didn't think so. Didn't think so. Oh, they're sieging over here, aren't they? Yeah, I'm using all my manpower to refill my armies, so... Yeah, you guys go in the fortress. Okay. I'm gonna remove that rally point, and I will make a new one, although honestly I don't think I'm gonna need it. For Persia, is Persia even aligned with anybody? I think they're at war with Russia right now. Yep. So this would actually be a good time to declare war on them. Problem is, I don't think I'd be able to get up there fast enough. I bet you Russia's already sieging the city that I need anyway. Which is unfortunate, because then I'll have to declare war on them. Do I have any leaders? I have one. Alright. Yeah, I'm clearly outmatched by Austria. They just have tons more units than I do. I'm not even close. Let's see, yeah, that's what I wanted. But I did get some more, you know, see, you can see Alexandria counts. Even though Egypt controls it, it's mine because I have them as a satellite. Which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty difficult to win as the Ottomans. I've had pretty good luck with Russia and France, though. I don't like playing Great Britain too much. It's kind of a little bit too isolated. Same thing with Sweden. Spain starts out as kind of a puppet of France. Over here. This is exactly what I did when I played as France. I took Portugal first. And then I kind of expanded over into Prussia. And with Russia, I just kind of went after... I went after the Ottomans first, actually, and then went after Austria second. And then as Austria, I kind of did the same thing. Kind of fought France for a bit. So, usually you have options, you know, 3 different options of which direction to go, depending on the country. So you can play things out differently. It gives good replay value. And the... you know, the games... I'm just going to accelerate time because I'm going to just lose here. Yeah, I bet I did. Regroup. Back here. They're just taking that town. Thing. It's not going to work. Alright. I don't have any manpower anyway for more troops. Alright, well these guys are ready to go. Oh, look at that. Ah, they took it, didn't they? Dang it. Jerks. They took the one that I need. Stupid Russia. I don't want to fight them. Okay, you'd have to, though. Look at that. They own, like, all the provinces you need. Kind of ridiculous. Anyway. Well, I mean, basically, in this game, Austria's just going to keep rolling me for a while until I, you know, I'm kind of digging my feet in here. You know? And then counterattack. You know, they'll kind of stretch out their supply lines. Like, I could actually probably use these guys and start cherry picking them. Kind of do that. Try to go after Sofia. Yeah, that wasn't going to end well. That's like way up here. You know, and then hopefully counterattack once I can stretch out their supply lines and cut off their lines so they can't reinforce their armies. There you go, success. A lot more traits. And then, you know, Egypt was a success. I would not really surprised, and this really kind of made me angry here. Good, 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 good. Good to see. Yeah, run! Run! And I'm sieging them back. Oh, they're retreating now. That's interesting. Yeah, they must have gotten... I don't know what they're doing. No, it's just me. They're just trying to move their troops around a little bit. So I think that provides a good look at the game. You know, overall, the military focus keeps it pretty action-packed. You're not really skipping to something, except after a big war to try to, like, refill your troops. But even then, it's like a couple months. And then you kind of have to put the moves on somebody else. I like the detail for the units, you know, all the different stacks and stuff, and the little tactics that you can, you know, click on for your troops and whatnot, depending on your leader ratings. I like the rally points. I can get Sophia there. Boom. So I find it a lot more approachable than Hearts of Iron by a large margin. You know, it's more simplistic, but I like the streamlining that they did. And they made it pretty accessible, you know, for this type of game. So I like it. It's a nice bite-sized portion of Paradox Wargaming. So I'll leave it here with suspense for everybody wondering what's going to happen with me against Austria. Seem to be recharging their troops and going back at it again. So that's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.